Does this story sound familiar? I was living paycheck to paycheck. I wasn't budgeting until I found you all. I learned how to read my credit report, budget, and build wealth. I am less stressed and I have a savings. I'm happy, very happy. Still not sure? Well, this is from your homepage from nodebt.org. And wouldn't you like to hear more stories like Tasha's? I feel that we can create more awareness for your company by using social media like Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. But before I get into that, I want to explain to you what social media marketing is. And this is a quote from wordstream.com. Social media marketing, or SMM, is a form of internet marketing that implements various social media networks in order to achieve marketing, communication, and branding goals. And this also includes various activities such as video, images, and marketing purposes. And we can use social media marketing to help achieve some of your business goals, such as increasing website trafficking, more conversions, more brand awareness, and increasing communication and interactions with key audiences. Now, I also want to talk about the statistics of daily usage for each of these websites, like Facebook visits per day. There are about 745 mobile users and 890 active users. For Twitter, there are about 288 million visits per month and about 500 million tweets sent out per day. And for LinkedIn, there are 200 million users, but only 35% of them visit each day. And I was just wanting to see what you guys have invested in with these networks. So I looked up your accounts, and for Facebook, this is what I found. You had 16 likes, you didn't have a picture, and you only had one post. For Twitter, you had 15 followers, 22 following, and only 23 tweets. And both Facebook and Twitter, the last thing you put up was in 2011. And you didn't have a LinkedIn account, but when I Googled you, or credit counseling, this is what came up. You were third in the list without including the ads. But when you included them, you bounced down to the 6th position. And I want to tell you guys a little story. I was driving down on the interstate a couple of years ago, and I heard this big pop noise. And I realized some kind of debris hit my windshield, and it caused a huge crack. And I was upset at first because I had no idea how I was going to pay for the windshield replacement. Then my brother reminded me of that jingle, Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace, and I automatically knew what he was talking about. And that's my point. your company needs to already be on their minds before they actually need you. Just like I already knew about this auto glass company because I heard it all the time. And I know there could be some objections to this. For example, no one wants to admit they're in debt or even realize how much debt they're in the first place. Or people might not care that it's a Facebook page about credit counseling. Or you might not have the time or money you want to waste on advertising. But I feel I can offer some solutions to help minimize these objections. First, you have to start updating your Facebook and Twitter page. You need to post pictures, posts, and send out tweets, hashtags, anything to activate your account. Next, you need to open up a LinkedIn account. You're a business and LinkedIn focuses on companies and networking. Next, you'll need to search keywords on Twitter. And right now, the big thing is hashtags. And if you use debt, hashtag credit counseling, bankruptcy, any of these words you find on your website, it will start trending, which will bring even more awareness to your company. And lastly, you need to invest in advertising. Now, there's one way I feel that you could not spend much money on this. You can hire an intern for free to just focus on this. And college students will work just to get experiences. And if you decide to do this, how much is too much? Well, I looked it up, and a blog called Buffer Social by Kevin Lee offered these suggestions. For Twitter, you need to send 14 tweets per day, 7 per weekend, and only send 1 tweet 1 hour per day. Next, for Facebook, you post 2 times per day, 7 days a week. And for LinkedIn, 1 time per day and no weekends. And I want you guys to think about how many people visit your website, nodebt.org. What do you think is a good number that people visit? Well, there are about 3,700 people on average that visit your website per day. Was that more or less than what you thought? Now I want you guys to think about this. According to Nerd Wallet in December 2014, the total American consumers owed $11.74 trillion and $882.6 billion in credit card debt. Now, as you can see, we could increase this number if we really wanted to. And this is why social media is so important. It'll help bring awareness, conversions, and more interaction with your targeted audience. And a quote by Business to Community, it states, Social media networks were a novelty 5 years ago, but today their importance is no longer debated. Just like I said earlier, I knew the Safe Light Repair jingle because it was already in my head. We need Alliance Credit Counseling embedded in everyone's minds, especially now knowing how much debt America is in. And Alliance Credit Counseling can make people happy, just like Tasha. I've lived paycheck to paycheck. It's not fun, and I wouldn't wish it on anyone, but it still happens. And Alliance Credit Counseling can help with that. And I offer this challenge to you to, one day in this coming week, appoint someone to post and tweet on your Facebook and Twitter page. And as you do this, remember that you have the knowledge and the skills. All you have to do is gather the material and press send. Thank you.